With the Penobscot River running the length of Brewer, keeping it clean is crucial not only for its beauty, but for its health, too. The town not only has a top-rated water pollution control facility, but an award-winning stormwater program as well. The program is focused on creating community awareness and keeping the river healthy through citizen participation.
It's amazing what's available that we're finding just in the state of Maine in terms of, fresh produce.
So we run a couple of co-ops through our home. We call it the Norway Road Co-op. And as one of them, we work with the Crown of Maine, which is a group of local farmers and producers throughout the state.
The University of Maine Pulp and Paper Foundation hosted its annual event, Paper Days, this week in the Wells Conference Center in Orono.
Okay, Paper Days is an event that's held every year at the University of Maine. We typically have 200 to 250 people here. They get together to reconnect, to network, and also to hear about some interesting subjects. This year we're talking about climate change and energy reductions.
Good afternoon, I'm Brianna McCormick, and this is WMEB News. At least 37 Pakistani policemen and civilians are dead after a militant attack. It occurred just days after a similar attack where 41 people were killed. From Pakistan to New Hampshire, James Russo of Laconia was charged with drunken driving Tuesday night and was put in a cruiser unrestrained. When officers turned their backs, Russo fled. He will now be charged with drunk driving and escape. While Maine's summer tourism may have been affected by the bad weather and poor economy, the fall foliage shows a new opportunity for seasonal tourism in the state. In 2008, 25% of Maine's 32 million visitors came in the fall months. Maine business owners are hoping that a strong fall season will turn around a slow summer season. This has been a production of WMEB News. Our producer was Lucas Thomas, and our engineer was Cameron McIntyre. I'm Brianna McCormick. Have a great day.
Speaking of kids and cars, Brianna McCormick has more on commuting students.
The Black Bear Orono Express has been in service now for 3 weeks at the University of Maine, and as the semester rolls on, more and more students are taking advantage of its existence.
I use it for when I don't want to drive to school or my classes are on the time when there's a lot of people on campus and parking isn't as available as it should be, or it's trouble finding parking spaces. But I will use it a lot more probably in the winter when I don't want to clean my car off and when I can just take the shuttle.
The shuttle bus makes regular and convenient stops on Mill Street outside of Pat's Pizza, continuing on to North Main Street, Orchard Trails, and the Campus Rec Center before making its final stop at the Memorial Union and then returning to Mill Street to begin the rotation again. For WMEB News, I'm Brianna McCormick.
The body of 20-year-old Jordan Bakley was found on Middle Street this past Saturday, January 29th, in the early morning hours. A Bangor Daily News delivery man discovered the body while completing his morning route. Orono and state police have teamed up to investigate the suspicious death of the third-year UMaine education student. The police announced that the cause of death is blunt force trauma caused by a hit and run and are treating the death as a homicide. The police...
Welcome back to Maine Matters. I'm Craig Douglas. With the sudden death of a UMaine student, our show focuses on safety this evening. Reporter Brianna McCormick met with Sergeant Deb Mitchell of Public Safety to discuss how students can protect themselves on and off campus.
We have an issue with is underage drinking or people who are not responsible when they drink. And that could be anything from having too many people in a room, which is a fire hazard, to drinking to the point of access where they become very sick. We have to call an ambulance. Violent crime goes up when people drink alcohol.
Robert Kennedy announced on Wednesday morning that he will be resigning as the University of Maine president. Kennedy will begin a 14-month process where he will transition from his role as president to a promotion where he will work on statewide economic development and educational opportunity-related projects. President Kennedy, who is the university's 18th president, steps down after a nearly 7-year term, the second longest in the university's history. The opening band for tomorrow's concert, The Roots, was announced earlier this week by Student Entertainment. Boston-based band Re-Up will be kicking off the concert being held in the Fieldhouse with their jazz hip-hop style music. The band has previously opened for Gym Class Heroes and will be opening for Big Boy of Outkast later this year. Tickets are still available online at UMaineTix.com at $15 for UMaine students and $20 for the general public.